See, I mean, as I shared the experiences, if you look at it, it is not only about what you should learn, but how quickly you should learn, right? So learning agility is nothing but the ability that you have to build in learning things quickly, and then most important thing is incorporating in the job that you are doing, right? Just by learning, sitting and then learning, you end up having hundreds of certificates. You end up doing n number of courses from Coursera, Udemy, and all other portals. But unless until you quickly learn and then adapt it, incorporate it in the job that you are doing, it is of no use. The effort that you are putting is of no use. So learning agility is nothing but the agile mode of learning things quickly, depending on where exactly you want to grow, and then incorporate it immediately in the current role. Okay, you don't have to wait till you reach the second level, the next level. You start incorporating it immediately. This is what learning agility is. Right. See, if you look at we may have different terms to define the current era that we are in. See, some call it as digital era, right? Some call it as artificial intelligence era. Some call it as data, right? Everything is revolving around. Our lives are revolving around data, right? Whatever term you call it, there's a beautiful definition that we have come up with. We are in VUCA world, right? We use CA. We are in VUCA world. Volatile, uncertainty, complexity, and then the ambiguity, right? If you look at it, whatever we are doing, things are so volatile, right? There is no specific, okay, today I have achieved something, doesn't mean that I can sit back and relax, right? Absolutely nothing is kind of straightforward and then in a single place, right? As you mentioned earlier, clearly our parents, they used to be in a single job for till they retire for 50 years, 40 years. Nowadays we are quickly moving into different roles. Even in my journey, I have not stayed back just as a resume writer, right? So I have to move on. Unless until I move on, I won't be able to compete with the volatile situation we are in. And then second is uncertainty. I don't have to really explain, right? Whatever we do, there is a doubt always. Okay, are we doing good enough? Right from are we doing good enough to once you achieve, have I really achieved something, right? See, there is a doubt always hanging on top of our head. So not only for the business owners, also people working in the industry, right from the fresher role to mid-level to C-suite, that uncertainty is, which is, we cannot deny that there is no uncertainty, right? And then complex. Life is so complex, right? We feel like because of data, because of artificial intelligence, we have created some easy way of living. Yes, if we switch it on, light, definitely there is a light, right? I just have to put all the stuff in the washing machine, switch it on, I'm getting everything. See, now because of this corona and all other things, we have robots who serve right from medication to the food to whatever we need. And then now we have artificial intelligence, and then all these signs where there is no need for human intervention, even in doing any heart surgeries, right? See, if you look at across industries, right, you have technology, but if you look at it, complexity is also increasing, right? Along with technological advantages, complexity is also increasing. So this is third. And then the fourth is ambiguity, right? Can we explain, can we give a single interpretation for anything that we are doing today? No. So, there is nothing like black or white, right? There are gray shades in between. If you really want to start your career, survive in your, in the job market, and then succeed in whatever you are doing in this VUCA world, learning agility is the thing, right? If you look at, start joining a company, or surviving in that company, or succeeding in that company, you have to have that curiosity to learn, quickly learn, right? You cannot waste your time in learning, right? Quickly learn and then quickly adapt, because like you, there are 100 people who are doing similar certification, who are doing similar courses, right? Unless until you quickly do that, it is going to be really tough in survival. See, it is a combination of both. Okay, it is a personal trait as well. You can learn. See, when I say personal trait, it is like there are some people, you would have come across it, or maybe let me put it this way: you observe the life of people who are succeeding, right? See, for example, let me give an example of Bill Gates, right? People, quote him for, his learning. See, if you look at Bill Gates, right, he's a school dropout.
Yes.
Right? So people are using him, sometimes in a wrong way, right? Drop out from your school, you can become Bill Gates. Here, if you keenly observe how he has built his empire, right? He could have learned, he could have, left his school, but the learning that he has had is from different sources. Even now, if you look at it, right, he is already an emperor, right? Now you will see how he is building a brand, right? He is talking about some book that he is reading today, right? Why is he doing that? There is no need for him. See, he's supposed to write hundreds of books, but why is he reading a book? This is a perfect example, because to survive in this industry, whatever be your empire, to survive in this industry, you have to be up to date with what is happening in around you, outside your door, right? That is the reason people are saying there are various arenas from where you can adapt this. You can quickly adapt this skill. See, this is not a single skill, whereas it is a combination of multiple skills. Learning agility is not a single skill, right? It is a broader term. There are various things that you can learn to build that learning agility in you. In fact, there are three different. I normally call it, when I'm taking one-on-one sessions with my clients, I tell them that learning agility is a science. Okay, if you want to master that, you have to acquire MSc. See, in India, we call MSc as Master of Science, right? MSc in Physics, MSc in Chemistry, right? Like that, for learning agility also, you have to have MSc. Here, all MSc is caps. Okay, M is your mind agility, your mental agility, right? You should be curious about learning new things, and then risk-taking ability. See, if you look at risk-taking ability, it connects with your mind, right? So once your mind is open, you will automatically start taking risks, right? So these two are just an example that I'm giving you here: mind agility, and then second is social agility, right? When we are talking about social agility, using social media to build the network. Also using your people management skill to build a network, right? People are going to elevate your life. End of the day, whatever is your technology quotient. When I'm talking about personal branding quotient and all, I insist that you build a right network. Okay, building a network and leveraging a network is one of the key criteria to build your personal brand. Yeah. So second is social agility. Then the third is C. Yeah, change agility. Change is inevitable, right? We cannot avoid living without embracing change. The minute you are ready to embrace change, I don't have to really explain. That your learning agility is kind of going high. Yeah, that quotient is kind of going high. So mind agility or mental agility, social agility or people agility, and then change agility. See, these three things, if you start working on, you will see a huge difference in your learning agility quotient.